The regular season has reached.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitor's sideline, Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Dolphins. And his guys looking to even things up after a 3-4 start to the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 5. First down, Dolphins.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Burgess. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tucker. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This is Burgess. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
44 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
What is that?
Carry here for Burgess. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 12-yard line.
To throw, Williams.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Butker's kick here is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
2nd and 10.
All right.
Here's Stroud.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
The Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This is Ford.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Stroud looking to throw.
And his pass incomplete.
You look at this Bears defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run with Ford. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 62 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Stroud. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And
That's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burgess.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
What is that?
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And it's 2nd down.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Up the middle they go. Burgess.
And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the short routes that are being run against them.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Leads to second and goal. At the
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
To throw, it's Williams.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
What is that?
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burgess. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Looking to throw is Williams.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this 1st half.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And fighting down inside the 25.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season, and if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What is that?
Throwing is Williams. Open man is Tucker. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Wilson with a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Stroud working out of the gun. Open man is Waddle, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Stroud keeps it. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd do it with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talked about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Up the middle they go. It's 4. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Stroud. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. As he's on to punt for Miami. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
1 yard gain.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burgess. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burgess. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Bears first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Up the middle they go. It's Burgess.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a handoff up the middle. Burgess.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Roma Dunze, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. Stroud off the play fake.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Stroud to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all four quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for two.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point.
Williams going to throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Stroud coming right back after the pick six. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. 2nd and 7. And Stroud now to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll send the tight end in motion.
He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw off play action.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
13 more yards. That's another Dolphins first down.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 18. What's up? Hey.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
That is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Dolphins 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
To throw, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Trey Tucker, 40 yards. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Stroud.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
But defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Chicago, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.